platforms. I should be live momentarily. Make sure my volume's off so I don't just start the whole echo chain. It's showing live on all of them. Unbelievable. That's actually the first time I was successfully able to do so. Usually one of them would have given me a fit by now. Still showing excellent, excellent. No error message on the purple brand. And I don't think there's an error message on the green brand either. Let me just click it really quick. Zoom way out. Okay. I don't see a single set of error messages. So my goals for today is this. Continue working on this Lego Dark Magician. Look at that beautiful wizard right there. I'm going to continue working on that. But my sub goal, not a sub goal, like not a subscriber goal, like a secondary goal is for the streams not to be laggy. It was a laggy mess yesterday. I think I figured it out. I think the problem was, it was a myriad of things, but the latest problem was that my canvas on my computer was 4K, and apparently the streaming services don't play nicely with 4K. So I changed my canvas to 1080p, and I'm hoping that that is going to solve all the problems. And so far, so good, because it's still showing excellent and no errors on the other two. So now we're going to begin the primary goal of continuing this beautiful Lego Dark Magician knockoff Lego, not actual Lego, it's Area X, but I'm just going to call it Lego for simplicity. So let's begin. I think I left off on this step, I'm pretty sure, and the next step was exciting. Yes, that's where I left off on, because we're finally getting the body parts put together. So this actual, it's going to start taking shape, because as of right now, we have like some Star Wars animal looking thing. Look at that thing. That's all we've gotten so far, is this piece that moves a bit, and then this, obviously. So let's continue. We need one leg. And this always makes me kind of nervous to break out the body parts from the housing, but I think I did so nicely. There it is. Should I do the next one? No, I'm not going to do the next one. I'm going to set that to the side. Less things to lose. And we need a foot. This foot does not look like that foot, but it has to be this foot. Is it a left or righty? I think it wants the righty. Doesn't say in the booklet, but I'm going with the righty. There we go. We need a knee pad. Which knee pad do I want? I'm going to go with this knee pad. Does it give off a satisfying click? Kind of satisfying. Hopefully you could hear that all right at home. And I need a purple receptacle. And it is right here, another breakaway piece. How exciting. Can I get a little clicky clack? That was a good clicky clack. That was a very good clicky clack. I need a oddly shaped hand. It's not a hand, but that's what I'm calling it. One of these guys. And I need a ball and socket joint. Probably this one. Definitely this one. All right. I'm going to take the Lego hand, put it in there like so. Then I'm going to take the leg with it facing this way and this facing that way. Hopefully that's right. Looks like it. Set her in there. Nice sound. Ooh, that is a nice sound. And then this goes on the other end. This is his ankle joint. No sound here, I don't think. No sound. And then the knee. Oh, this is interesting. I think I did that wrong. Oh, no, like this. The knee goes in there like that, the knee plate. And then the ankle joint goes in like so. Oh, that actually was quite, not a very flexible ankle, I have to say. Not very flexible at all. Now I'm a couple minutes into putting this together. Everything's still showing excellent. I cannot believe this. I am chuffed to bits right now, because as of yesterday and the day before that, everything would have melted down already. So, whew, that's exciting. Going back to this, and now this shin bone connects to the... How does that connect? Like this? There's no, that's not right at all. And that just pulled the shin bone out of the socket. That's not good. I think I did something wrong here. It's supposed to go like this. Oh, like that. There we go. That makes a little more sense. No sound that time. Like these. Come on, get in there. What are you, too good for your home? Oh no, get in your home. There we go. That was a nice sound too. And then the knee guard. There we go. Yep, that's what it wanted right there. That's starting to look like something. All right. And now we're going to connect it further to this bad boy. Which way does it want? I think it wants this way. Looks like it. And it wants me to put it here. Did I put the right foot on? This is the second time. This happened yesterday. It looks like it's going to break that ball and socket joint. I hope it doesn't, though. But we're going to roll with it. I think that's the correct foot. Looks kind of wonky, doesn't it? Let me look at the other foot. No, that's definitely the right foot. All right. We're solid. Starting to come together. This might take not as much time as I thought it was going to. All right, the next step is we want a diamond piece, a flat diamond piece. Oh, and my nemesis. Check this out. Instead of just giving us the correct Lego piece that they want us to use, they make us build our own double-sided one. And it is quite the faff to get these in there, but the bigger ones aren't so bad. But still quite cumbersome to put these white receptacles in the piece when they could have just made it correctly from the jump. Unbelievable. But what can you expect from a knockoff Lego? But it's the best we got if we're Yu-Gi-Oh fans, because Lego don't have any Yu-Gi-Oh crossovers that I know of. Come on, get in there. Oh, there we go. Got one of them in. Yesterday, the piece was like a good quarter of this size. So imagine getting one of these white things in. Quite the faff. Come on. Get in there. Almost just lost it, but it was just right beneath me. Take two. Come on. Get in there. There we go. Boom. Yesterday's was like, it took me quite a while. This one goes on top of the diamond, like so. Do we get a nice sound? Not that nice of sound. The next one, next step is one of these steppers, a labrum. So this is a rubber piece. It's not actual plastic, and there's like a concave. I think this is actually really neat. I've never seen it before. It goes in this ball and socket joint, and it acts like a labrum. And if you're not familiar with a labrum, it's like this gelatinous sac inside your ball and socket joints that kind of sucks that ball and socket joint in there so it doesn't move around. And that's exactly what this is designed to do. So I think this is clever. Mimics human anatomy, and we're building a human right now. I think it's pretty cool. I was quite happy when I discovered that. All right, so I just put that in there. No satisfying sound, unfortunately. But I still think it's pretty neat nonetheless. All right, I got ahead of myself. I need a double-sided 2x1. I need a little guy that hangs off like this. I need a flat piece, and that's about it. The flat piece hangs off the edge like so. And continuing the flat piece. Ooh, that was a nice sound. Hopefully the camera picked it up. And then we want to connect it like this. And then we want the diamond to be like this. That wasn't so bad. This piece yesterday got a little complicated, but I was also trying to fix a stream that I literally could not figure out for the life of me. But I did it today because we're still showing excellent and healthy. Oh no. Twitch is showing unstable. Son of a gun, I thought I was in the clear. Oh, do I make the dive and try to diagnose something that I barely understand? Okay, I'm gonna try. Hopefully it's simple. What does it say? It says stable now. Live, no delay. 6,000. Okay, that's good, actually. So why does it say unstable? Still says live unstable. If there's anyone on Twitch watching, if it's laggy or if you notice something wrong with it, please let me know, because I'm brand new to this whole streaming thing and I'm trying my best. But any guidance out there, that would be more than appreciated. More than appreciated. All right, so we need a diamond on the next step, a poorly drawn cartoon foot, another two-sided 2x1, a little dropper downer, little with the flat top. Yep, with the flat top, and then a knob and another white piece. Oh no, hope the white piece. Let's do that first. The hard part goes first. Make our own double-sided piece. It really gets my goat that they did that. That one wasn't so bad. Boom. All right, so we're going to take the 2x1 and then put the foot on top of it, and then put this beneath the foot with the white part facing forward like so. And we want this to close the top of that foot off, and then we're going to connect it to what we already have going over here like this. And then set it, oh no. Set it like this. That doesn't look very stable, but we have this diamond piece to maybe make it a little bit more stable. Yeah, that's not up to code. That wouldn't fly in an inspection, but we're rolling with it. It still says unstable, and I don't have anyone to tell me if it's clear enough. If there's anyone watching on Twitch, I think that one viewer is probably myself, so there's probably no one to tell me if it's clear or not. I wish there was a way for me to tell, but I have no idea. Okay, let's continue the Lego and just hope for the best. All right, the next step is a 2-drop, a cartoon foot. Not that one. Where would it be? There it is. We need a 2x1 normal. Oh, is that a flat 2x1? No, not the flat 2x1, just a normal 2x1 like that. And a 1-drop. Where's the 1-drop? There it is. Yep, that's the 1-drop. All right, it wants me to get this back out and put this one there, the normal one under it. What is going on here? Oh, it wanted me to do that on the, no. What is it wanting me to do? Oh, did it want the, must have wanted that on the other side. Okay. Taking this back out. Going back one step. I think I messed up a little bit. Going back just a hair. Try not to pull it multiple pieces apart, and I did. Son of a gun. Oh, wait. Maybe it's as easy as doing this. Yeah. Maybe it's as easy as doing that. And then doing this. Okay, crisis averted. Just put it on the wrong way. That was an easy fix. There we go. And I think that is this step done. Just missing the piece there. I think this is where I got confused yesterday too. All right, moving on to the next step. We got the 4x2. A little... Where's that one? This is going to be a part of it. because this piece and this piece looks a lot alike in the booklet. So that's why I was getting confused yesterday. But I think I got the hang of it a little bit better today. Okay. So we want probably like this, because we're going to be putting the diamond here. How does it want me to? It wants me to line it up like this, I think. It wants it hanging over the edge. And that screwed me up yesterday a little bit. And it wants this to be a drop down so it fills that hole. Nice sound? Yeah, that was a nice sound. I need to remember to shut my mouth to let you guys hear that better. Note to self, shut the mouth. There we go. That wasn't so bad today. That was a nice sound. And I didn't talk through it. That is progress, people. And I believe, see, like, that is a 2, so I know it's not this piece. That caught me off guard yesterday, but fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice. What's up? That Lego car guy, 111. What's up, man? Thanks for joining me. I'm trying to build this Lego, not an actual Lego Dark Magician, but it's the only thing I got. And it's acting like a Lego. It's this really cool thing I got for Christmas. And I'm on step 30. So that's what's up with me. What's up with you? Thanks for being here. Really appreciate it. All right, where was I? Okay, I was on step 29, actually. Moving on to step 30. It wants this flat square. Another one of those drops. I'll just, every drop I find, I'll just pick them out because I think that is where we're at. You do Lego? I'm trying to. So pretty much, it's kind of like an annual tradition for me at this point. Right back here, I know you can. I can actually. I'm gonna bring it out. Last year, my sister got this Pikachu for me, and I put it together. And this year, she got me this Lego Dark Magician, which, even though it's, oh, by the way, look at this. There's like this handle right here, and actually the turf moves, and like the Pikachu runs, but it's all controlled by like this one singular gear, and it's really kind of cheap. The gear is, not the product. The product is pretty cool. I mean, look at that. And it's stripped, so you kind of have to like manually do everything. But this year I got a Dark Magician, and that's what I'm putting together now. And it's pretty cool actually, because it came with this metallic card. And the box is really cool. If you're interested, I can show you the box too. I'm just a Lego YouTuber. That's sick. That is, I'm gonna have to check out your YouTube later. That's really cool. Do you do like big sets? Have you done the Death Star? I've always wanted to buy a Death Star set, but can't really justify that price. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm really happy with this set so far. It's been pretty cool. I'm really excited to see what it looks like. All right, let me get all this stuff together. Got this, got this, got this. All right, I think I got everything together. Putting this here. Putting this here. That's cool. I'm close to 200 subs. Oh, that's sick. You do all? Are you working on something right now? What are you working on right now? Putting that there. And that there. That step was not so bad. Probably because I did it yesterday. The same thing as this leg. Now we're busting out some more legs. I have 2 Death Stars. Jeez, Lou, you must be a higher tax bracket than me, because that's crazy. And also, too, the patience. I would have to... You're working on a mock? Jeez Louise, the patience that Death Star must have taken... That's really cool. I'm gonna have to check out your YouTube later. I always wanted to get a Millennium Falcon. I feel like that would be really cool to set up too. Have you done a Millennium Falcon? All right, I'm gonna set this to the side because all the pieces are off of there. We got the leg and the foot and the knee plate. Now I gotta get one of these. And I'm missing one. Hopefully that's not lost, because I don't see it on my table. That could be a disaster, but that's a future me problem, not a current me problem. Now I need a purple socket and a little Lego hand like that. Boom. All right, now I kind of have it down a little bit. This goes in here like so. I don't believe it really matters which way it goes. I don't think so anyways. Maybe like this? Maybe? Yeah, there we go. And this goes in the top of the leg like this. Good sound? That was pretty decent sound. Well, having one is too small, so I'm working on conjoining them. Jeez Louise. That's pretty cool. A Civil War mock. Are you conjoining both of them? Like 2 sets all together for that Civil War? Now we put the ankle joint in the bottom of this leg here. No sound for that one. And then hooking up the ankle bone. No sound again. And then the knee joint goes in there. All right. That one went a lot smoother than the last one. And the knee plate. I think this is going to have a little click. Boom. Beautiful click. Dang, my Twitch is still saying unstable, but the rest are showing excellent. What am I doing wrong on that Twitch? Hey, that Lego car guy. Am I laggy? Can you tell me if like you're experiencing any sort of like lag? Because I was having that problem yesterday. And it's hard for me to tell now that you're here. No, I'm conjoining the 2 Death Stars together to make one. That's insane. You conjoining 2 Death Stars, that is nuts. I have to check that out now. I've never heard of anyone doing that before. Usually every time someone talks about a Death Star, it's like, that's their mental load. That's all they're capable of, just one of them. So kudos to you having the ability to conjoin both of them. And now we got 2 legs on this bad boy. And now it's time to put the clothes. No lag. No lag. Let's go, baby. That is such a huge dub. It only took me 4 days, but I finally have no lag. I wonder if my Twitch has lag, because that's the one that says unstable right now. People have been doing that. That's crazy. I'm going to have to look that up. That sounds nuts. And this set came with Dark Magician clothes. And that is what this next step is calling for. Two pieces of clothes, but I think only this one is called for at the moment. I'll set that back to the side. So are you following like internet plans, or are you kind of just like freeballing it? Like plans from the internet? I know people like to do that like 3D printing, but I don't. I've heard people do that with Lego, so maybe there's like an online path that you're following for your double Death Star. All right, now where are these pieces? I don't recall seeing these pieces. So I might have to hunt for these studs. I don't... Oh, are these the studs? Yeah, these must be the studs. Very studly looking things. Pop them in these cape holes. Set them in... Oh, yeah. For sure. That is right. Oh, there's like the clothing hole is like not lined up. That is gonna bother me. I only have 188 subs. 188 subs is a lot. 188 subs is a lot of subs. An incredible amount of subs. Oh, thanks so much. Thank you so much for subbing to me. I'm definitely going to check you out. I would check you out right now, but I really don't want to touch anything because as of right now, you're saying there's no lag. So that's an undertaking. And if I touch something that messes that up, I will cry myself to sleep tonight. I'm not ashamed to admit that. But let me get these lined up. But think about it, 188 subs. If you were to put all those 188 people in a room for Thanksgiving dinner, that room would be quite crowded. I wouldn't want to be there. So kudos to you, man. That's an amazing feat. So don't be afraid to be proud of yourself and your accomplishments. There we go. Doesn't fit very good, but good enough. My dad has over 5,000 subs, and my friend Stormy Cube, who does good mocks, has over 8,000. I feel like it's coming, man. If you're doing a double Death Star and you're consistent, I feel like it's coming, man. And I feel like the enemy of joy is comparison. And that is very true, especially for me. So if you compare yourself to people, you just can't do that, or else you're just never going to have joy in anything, because there's always going to be people that are going to have more subs, more whatever the case may be. So just be happy with what you got, bro. Easier said than done, because I do it all the time. I need to take my own advice. All right, what do we got here? This is another piece of clothing. Do I go from the front now? I think it goes from the front and then hooks all together from the back. Each of his shorts get at least 50K views, and he only has like 50 shorts. That's crazy. Are you talking about your dad or your friend? Either one. Those are like, he must have it down pat. Like he must have it down to a science. Because like he never misses at that point. I'd pick his brain if I were you, or at least copy him. I would copy him for sure. All right, so that's the hole I need to line up. And I feel like our friend Dark Magician needs to go on a diet or something, because this is not fitting. That one needs to go over. I need to make sure I'm on camera, because then it would just look like I'm not doing anything, and that would be silly of me. Let me line this up first. And then line this up second. Line this up. Oh, what the heck? It needs to go in there? And then covered up by a purple piece? This is gonna be hard. My friend, his first ever short got 8. So what? And now I need to know, because it sounds like he has it down to a science. Like, what is he doing in these shorts? Is it like a really quick chopped up, like putting together of a piece, like a Lego piece? Is it a talking head type of thing? Because those are really impressive figures. If I were you, I'd copy whatever he's doing, because clearly it's working. But also too, man, YouTube especially, and how their algorithm works, he may have just got lucky with the testing of that video, and maybe yours hasn't been fully tested. Maybe yours has only gone like tested to a short group. So maybe your large wave test is still coming. Man, this is finicky as all get out. Check him out. Dead ass look. I'm gonna have to Stormy Cube. I need to make a note of that. It's a mock and it's soothing and nice. I'm gonna have to look that up. Stormy Cube. I save all these streams, so I'm definitely gonna check that out, because that is really impressive, like I said. Come on. All right. I got it lined up at least good enough, I think. So now it's just a matter of getting enough downward force. Oh, I hit the mic. Hopefully that wouldn't cause too much trouble for the viewing audience of one, my new friend, that Lego car guy. Oh, got it in there a little bit. Come on, son. Get in there. Dang it, I almost had it. Whew. It's hard work. Come on. This is supposed to be relaxing. I shouldn't be having to play dress up right now with some ill-fitting fabric. Get in there. There we go. I think I got it. Boom. His front half is clothed as well as his back half. Hopefully that does not pop off because that will be depressing because that was hard. All right. Setting that gently down so it does not pop off. Jeez. Check this out. Did I show you this Lego car guy? They gave me this metallic plate that says Brawn to Play. Instead of Born to Play, Brawn to Play. I think that's neat. I think it's funny and neat. All right, next step. Step number 35. 35. Looking for this piece right here. Finding pieces is a lot easier now that we're dwindled down a little bit. A little 2 upper and a really flat, I think that's a flat 2x1. Wait, is my chat not updated? I think it's updated, right? No, what does that say? Oh, I think that's just not scrolled down all the way. So I think I'm updated. What's really concerning me still is that it still shows unstable of Twitch. When you get the time, check out my mocks. I definitely will, my guy. Thank you so much. I'm super appreciative that you're here and spent a few minutes with me. Even if that's all you're going to be spending with me, I'm still super appreciative. I did not expect anyone to be here, so the fact that you're here and talking to me and hanging out, man, chuffed to bits. So I'm definitely going to check you out. What you're doing sounds super cool. 2 Death Stars, it sounds insane. I'm quite jelly, to be honest. All right, next piece is this. This. And then a little grabby piece right there. So now it needs to be like this. Set this off to the side. Do I get a click? That was a decent click. Could have been better. And then this is going to be facing like so. Maybe a click here? No, the one and doners don't give me very good clicks. Need another knee pad. Or I guess this would be maybe elbow pads? Yeah, elbow pads, not knee pads. When you get the time, check out my mocks. That's cool, of course. You're such a nice guy. I'm good at mocks. I've been trying to copy my friends and mine have been doing well. Yeah, I'm gonna check out your friend too. Because he seems to have like the keys. Seems like he has the keys to the castle, if you know what I'm saying. If he gets that many views on each of his shorts and his first one got 800,000, I'm definitely gonna check him out. Sounds interesting to say the least. All right, this one goes here. That was a nice sound. Hopefully you got that. Got ahead of myself. I need to get everything here. Boom. And then a little grabber up top. A little click. Sounded pretty good. And this goes sideways like that. And that's all she wrote for that step. Moving on. Oh, a hand. We got the first hand of this. And I believe it's this one. We need the arm guard, which is right here. Which one is which? Which one does it want me to do? I think it's this one. They might be the same, to be honest. These ones, the forearms might be the same. Might be putting too much stock into it. A little receptacle. His last short got 70. Man, I haven't posted a short. I've been kind of slacking when it comes to posting. I should be doing a lot more. But my shorts have gotten like literally no views lately. So it's hard to keep up the motivation, but even me saying that out loud, that is some lame stuff I'm saying out loud. So I need to not be so lame. Okay, I'm missing a step. Gotta remember to put this in here. Boom. Ka-doom, like that. In the receptacle in here, like so. Sometimes this gives me a click. Nope, no click that time. All right. And then this goes in here like so. Oh, that was a nice click. Hopefully you got that. Hopefully you heard that. Loud and clear. And this goes in here like so. Has a built-in socket. Is there a built-in socket? Yeah, there's a built-in socket. Just gotta push really hard. A built-in socket. Maybe this will be a nice click. Come on. Don't want to break it. Oh, a piece came off when I was trying that. Okay. I know it goes in here, so I shouldn't be too worried to break it, but I really don't want to break it. That would be disastrous. Come on. Come on. Some of these are super finicky, and now I'm breaking it apart. That is not good. Take 3. Come on. Come on. I'm not this. It's in there, but it's not in there like swimwear. Okay. That was not satisfying at all. So -1 point for this set. Area X, Dark Magician. This is what, for anyone that's joined us recently, this is what I'm trying to build. Very cool looking Dark Magician. Well, everyone posts so many shorts, so it's hard to pass around the views. I could agree with that. It seems though, especially on YouTube, they like kind of test your video in waves. So like if they try to put yours in front of like a new audience or even just a wrongly timed audience, then you can sometimes get the short end of the stick, and it's really hard to come back after that. Oh man, I broke it apart. Shoot. This is like this. Oh, I'm gonna have to go back a step. Where did this come from? Where did this go? Oh, maybe here? Okay. Where did this go? Oh, it must be here. Okay, right there. Yep. And this is the piece that goes here. Okay. Disaster avoided. But anyways, as I was saying, everyone has just gone to shorts, not vids. That's true. 100% true. Because I feel like my girlfriend, for example, she just spends hours on TikTok. And like I was just at her family gathering for Thanksgiving. And like people advanced in age were talking about TikTok. So I feel like the universality of short form content really strikes a nerve on the human psyche. So I can definitely see why. And especially like, for example, you got to think about it. YouTube, like for example, a long form video. You know, it's a long form video. So best case scenario is the person's going to watch it for 10 minutes, best case scenario. But even if they don't watch for 10 minutes and they don't like the video, that is still taking up about at least like 35 seconds of their time. So the testing process is a little bit longer, so they can't show as many of them to as many people as fast. So you definitely have a way to get in front of way more people way faster. So I can definitely see it. I can definitely see why. I was hesitant. I really wanted to get the hang of making long form videos, and I was kind of stubborn about doing so. And I don't regret not making them sooner, because I knew that the smart thing to do would be making shorts. But yeah, I think if I were a smarter person than I am, I would definitely be spending my entire day just making shorts, because they're actually kind of fun to make too. Now we're making the wizard rod. This is gonna be fun. But they all look alike, so it might be hard too. Let me gather them all. What does this one want? I think it wants this piece. This step wants this piece. Oh, by the way, a little update. Boom. Dark Magician is really coming together. This little tunic really makes the piece. We went from a whole lot of nothing to a little bit of something pretty quickly today. All right. It's going to be really hard to differentiate these pieces now. Oh, that's nice. 1-to-1. So I know that piece is there. So maybe all of these are like the same length, maybe. Oh, another 1-to-1 match. Oh, and a 1-to-1 there too. So it's not that piece that it's calling for. It must be this piece. That is quite good. Kudos to this company for doing this. All right. And we want like a little over thing. Where is that gray thing? I don't remember seeing that ever. Oh, there it is. There it is. I only have 2 vids, and they're short stop motions. That sounds kind of crazy, man. Short stop motions? I feel like stop motions have like the reputation of being one of the hardest types of videos to make. Come on, get out of there. Boom, that was a nice sound. Where was I? I think this is the piece I was working on. Nope, not that piece. Okay, I need to pay attention for a quick second. Okay, it is this piece. It's this piece. I believe it's gonna be, it looks like all these pieces are the same. So it's gonna go like this. On that. And then a little bit of ring on top of that, like so. Approximately halfway up this wizard rod. There we go. That is what that is called for. And then we take not this piece, clearly. We take this piece, add a over tube to it. Oh, this is like malleable. That's pretty cool. Can't really hear that, but it's malleable. And then we'll take this newly formed piece, slide it in there like so. And then, is that all it's calling for, this step? All right, moving on to step 41. They are painstaking. I can barely do 30 frames, which equals 5 seconds a show, and my neck hurts. It takes an hour for 30 frames. Now my question for you is, I'm assuming the answer of this already, but just to make sure, I'm assuming you have a passion for stop motion. You must, right? You must be passionate about stop motion. Because if not, then maybe switch forms of media. Maybe just copy what your friend's doing, get a bunch of viewers, because it seems like that's important to you too. And then you can kind of sprinkle in the big projects every once in a while. There we go. Got another ring on this. This is pretty cool. I'm enjoying this wizard rod so far. Dang, that's pretty cool. All right. Next up is I'm making another one of those wizard pieces that I just made, but a little bit smaller this time. And that's all right. Like so. But this time on like that, yep. But I'm going to be oh, I almost just lost the piece. Be careful. This time, oh, make sure it's on camera. I need to stop doing that. Sometimes I take the piece in my lap for more leverage, and that is not a good habit to be into if I'm streaming myself. I do love it. There you go. If you love it, then that makes sense. But maybe you can like make short forms of like the behind the scenes. So you have content out there every single day. So you have like growth fuel, and then you get some more eyes on that painstaking stop motion that you're making. Maybe you could do something like that. I need another sheath for this. Give your respect to stop motion creators, especially the ones who make the 2 hour. I actually, it's been ingrained in me to respect stop motion creators because growing up, I was a huge fan of the channel Yugioh, and they did a lot of that. A lot of stop motion. I feel like I'm missing a piece here. Don't think so though, because I think I'm 3, and then here, boom. So this is gonna be a longer piece right there. That doesn't fit up very nicely. Can't imagine them wanting this. Yeah, Yugioh used to do a lot. Well, not him per se, but the people he had working for him. Greg. Their channel did a lot of stop motion. They did a lot of behind the scenes, so maybe you should do behind the scenes of stop motion so you get more eyeballs on your stop motion. Maybe that's the best of both worlds there. All right, next piece is we want this long one. Set that here. We want a long one, a stubby one, and a sheathed one. We want the stubby one to go in the sheath. We want this to be there. And we want the long one to go in there, like swimwear. We want another hand. And now I'm thinking that I used the wrong hand. Nope, this hand works. Give your respect, so that's still the same one. Boom. We want this hand to go in there like so. That fit in there pretty nicely. Like this. And then we want a sheath. We want another ring. And we want another ring. What? Do we not want two sheaths? How's that gonna work? Oh. 2 sheaths back to back. So one goes right up against the hand. And the other one goes on the opposite end to create an illusion that there is nothing. There's no inner tubing. That's pretty neat. Yeah, probably, but I'm on vacation in New York City. Oh, that's crazy. I was thinking about going to New York City for the holidays, but we ended up not doing that because we're saving all of our clams for an upcoming move. So we felt like we couldn't justify it. But being in New York City this time of year sounds pretty sweet. All right, I need to be on video while I'm putting this sheath there. There we go. Using the book was a hack. There we go. All right, now we're cooking with peanut oil there. Now we want this piece here, this piece there, 2 pepperoni pizzas right there. Speaking of pizzas, New York City pizza. How's New York pizza? That's one of the reasons why I wanted to go, besides it being probably beautiful this time of the year. All right, we want that there. The pepperoni pizza like it is, right? Oh, like this. Like so. And then this other one. Nice click. No nice click, unfortunately. But we tried. And then we want... we want the telescoper in here. A little bit of inward pressure and then pushing that in there. Okay, we got that built. And then immediately just setting that to the side. Oh, wait, no. Oh, I see. We put this in here. And then we shove it in. Right? That's what it wants. No clicky clack for at least a few minutes now. I'm getting a little disappointed. It's okay. Yeah, I'm more of a thin crust guy myself. I really like cornmeal crust. But it's kind of like the cliche thing is New York pizza. So I kind of want to experience it at least once. We need one of them small ones. One of these big ones. So a small one to go in here. Oh man, this is not... Well, note to self, don't play around with this very much because it is really fragile. I'm hoping to buy a AP or Rolex at Moses the Jewelers because he gives good deals. Moses the Jeweler. That sounds really familiar. Moses the Jeweler. But I can't put my finger on there. New York City pizza is so good. The best pizza ever. Good luck on buying that timepiece. How is this going? Why is this so fragile? Did I put that in backwards? I don't think I put that in backwards. Oh, there we go. I don't know how far, I should have that stuck in there. But we're going with this for the time being. Sticking that, man, that is really fragile. And then going like so. Hopefully there's not much more to do in this piece, so I don't think it can handle it. Okay, thank goodness it's... Oh, it wants a little bit left over. So I think this is right. Not bad. I think there's actually room to go even deeper. Should I do that? Okay, I'm going to try that before I go. Moses is a YouTuber. Yeah, I think I've seen his videos, because that sounds super familiar. A jeweler in NYC that I used to watch his shorts, because he likes to give stuff away, is Tracks NYC. Those shorts are pretty entertaining. He like goes around the streets and says, if you guess how much this is, I'll give it to you. I have a stainless steel Rolex and a gold AP, but I want more. That is an expensive collection. If you see behind me, I have a bunch of Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Not anywhere close to the value. Well, altogether, they're really expensive. Well, one for one. Like one Yu-Gi-Oh card isn't... Well, I do have a couple Yu-Gi-Oh cards that are pretty expensive. But what I'm saying is that's a much more expensive collection to get into. Is getting into watch collecting. Tread lightly, my friend. But it sounds like you can afford it. But that's still crazy. Very expensive hobby. I don't have any watches of the sort. I have one semi-expensive watch. But the only reason I bought... Actually, I just sold one. And it was actually Yu-Gi-Oh related. And you wouldn't believe the price of that watch. It was like a limited edition thing. And I couldn't justify having a piece of crap watch. It's like it's a Seiko limited edition watch. Just because it was limited edition and because it was kind of cool, made the price be absolutely bonkers, and I couldn't justify it. Like, why would I have that watch versus like a Panerai? I'm a big fan of Panerai. If you were thinking about getting something other than a Rolex or an AP, I would really recommend Panerai because I really like those watches. But yeah, anyways, getting back to this, boom, got that done. Should I put this to the side? Maybe we're done with that for a little while. The next piece is we need one of these arches. We need another one of these. And we need a little grabby hand. Put this in this orientation. Put this facing this way. Like so. Like so. And then the grabby hand facing like this. Man, no pleasing sound. Stainless steel Rolex. My gold AP is a $200,000 watch, and my Rolex is only $5K. I do reselling, so I sell designer clothes, watches, and jewelry. Crazy. If I would I couldn't be rich enough to ever wear a $200,000 watch. Like, you could never see me in that. Like, I would, if I did wear it, I'd have my wrist like this the entire night and just be looking around. I couldn't go to the bathroom. I wouldn't wash my hands, even though it's, yeah, that's nuts, my guy. That is actually nuts. I'd be so self-conscious wearing that. But as you say, you probably just have it like maybe in a box. Do you wear it? I can't imagine. Do you wear it? If you wear it, that's crazy. Why not? Nuts. Crazy. Good for you. I mean, they're meant to be worn, so good for you, but I could never do that. Good for you, man. I like to hear it, to be honest. They are meant to be worn. I'm looking for this piece right here. I'm looking for another grabby hand. Come on. Man, I hate that some of these pieces are loose because it makes putting the rest of them on. All right. Maybe a satisfying click here. There we go. And then I should have put this together first, but I think crisis has been avoided. And this one goes in there like this. No click though. So bam. I'm assuming an elbow pad right there. It's a nice watch. I wear it, but not at school. I wear my Hublot at school. Hublot is a tasteful watch. I like Hublot quite a bit. I could see myself wearing Hublot. All right, another forearm is adding to the piece. My last visible one. Hopefully I don't need anything more than this, because I was missing this. I don't know where this one is. Maybe it didn't come with it. That is what I'm hoping for. That is naive of me to hope for that, because it definitely came with it. Why wouldn't it? All right, this one goes in there like swimwear. This goes like this. Sometimes this is a nice sound. Decent sound. Maybe not audible on the stream, but hopefully it is. And this goes in there like that. And of course, I popped off 2 of the pieces doing so. Design flaw, -2 points for Area X, the company that made this. Boom. Elbow pad. My Hublot is blue, and you can see the gears moving in the back. Very tasteful. My Hublot is worth 10,000. I have 8 watches. Is that... No, the gears in the back, there's probably many movements that are like that, but the one that comes to mind, do you have any turbillion? I don't remember the technical name for it. Turbillion, something like that. Those are nice looking. It's like a movement that has quite the name for itself. Oh, this is going to be disaster. Turbillion, maybe? This hopefully doesn't break on me. The wrist goes into the wrist socket. Oh no. That wasn't so bad. I'm not going any harder than that. And my rod looks like it's bent. Oh well. Boom, I got a hand grab. I'm not going to say that. That would sound sus. I'm putting that to the side. I was going to say, no, I'm not going to say it. All right, now it wants me to put this shoulder socket on my Dark Magician. Man, we're making a lot of progress tonight. In what orientation? Like so. Man, we're making a lot of progress. Let's go. Oh, of course it broke. That is starting to annoy the living heck out of me. There we go. That was a nice sound too. Hopefully it's caught. And then this goes on top like that. Boom. It is really coming together now. Can I make it stand up? Nope. Not going to do it. I'm going to put that on my keys. No, it's something else. I don't know. And the word you're looking for is turboily. I can't pronounce that. I also have 2 Rolex Submariners, a plain Jane Cartier, and 2 iced out Cartiers. You got quite the collection, dude. That sounds quite nice. Rolex is Submariner the ones that come in like Pepsi and Hulk? Or is that a different one? I really like the Pepsi looking one. And the Hulk is actually pretty nice. I used to not like green, but as you can see, I'm wearing green. I'm starting to like green as I get older for some reason. I'm starting to like it. The Hulk Rolex. Quite like that lately. Man, now we're getting into the substantial pieces. The shoulder pads goes on here. And this should just snap into place. Hopefully a nice sound. Nope, can't get it. I think maybe just a little bit more pressure and I'll get it. Come on. Nope. It's not very sticky, these are, but it is in place. Unfortunately, no nice sound. I do, but no cars can't drive. Pepsis and Hulks are GMTs. Love those watches. Those watches look very sweet. I used to have a lot of cars. Now I'm only down to a handful. Honestly, lately, past few months, I've kind of gotten into this Like I sold that watch I was telling you about. I sold a very expensive box of cards. Things I would never have sold, but I sold my S2000. I sold my AE86. I'm trying to be less, what's the word? Materialistic. And honestly, I feel a little bit better about it. Which way do these go in? I think these are on backwards. Right? Because it wants it like this. Not like, yeah, these are on backwards. Gotta change these. I want to get a Sprite and Moses with the Jubilee bracelet. Jubilee bracelets look pretty nice. I have to admit that. I think it wants it this way, right? Hopefully this doesn't bust. Ah, I was able to. Crisis averted slightly. Boom, and then the shoulder pads goes on. Where's the other shoulder pad? And then boom, there we go. And now the chest plate should just slip on, and this will further secure the clothing that hardly fit. But this is seeming like this guy needs to go on a diet for sure. I want to get a Sprite. Yeah, however, the things I buy are too... Sounds like it. And that is a great way of looking at it. Sometimes I like to lie to myself and the things that I buy, or I like to lie to myself sometimes when there's something that I want that I know I should not buy. I will lie to myself saying that they're investments, but yours actually sounds like legitimate investments. So that's pretty cool. There is like a legitimate 1 to 2 centimeter diet this guy needs to go on for this to fit properly. This kind of thing stresses me out and I hate it. I experienced it with the cloak and now I'm experiencing it with a way less malleable plastic. Gotta do it on screen or else there's no point in streaming, is there? I almost just took it to my lap again. Oh, I think I got it maybe. Just slide it down. There we go. Think I might have it. Make sure the holes are lining up properly. And there's really no way to do that except just hope for the best. And I have it, the clothing snagged back there. Come on, get in there. Oh no, the freaking clothing popped off again. This is a day of finicky pieces coming together. Now I gotta get this clothing back on. A task that was already difficult and it's gonna be way more difficult. Oh, actually that wasn't so bad. Okay. Whew. Take 2. I want to make sure that the front of the cloak isn't as snagged as the back piece because that is the money maker. The front piece is. And it already looks like it's being stretched out. How annoying is that? Okay, take 2. Go on the front. My 2 Cartiers that are iced out are not investments. They have drilled holes in them because of the diamonds, so the resale value is practically nothing. My iced out Cartiers are for when I'm on a plane. You have plane fits? Now that's classy. Having watches that you just wear on planes? Crazy. I want to be... do you have rings? Do you ever wear rings? Recently I've been seeing some guys with rings on. And I don't think I would ever wear them. However, I'm like, dang, that guy kind of looks like a pirate. Kind of looks cool. Been thinking about that recently. Understated. Kind of goofy sometimes, though. Whew. Dark Magician's cape just came off again. Oh boy. I'm going to have to pull it up a little bit. Got it. Is it on there? I don't think it's on there. fully anyways. Oh, I think I'm... Is that as good as it's gonna get? It looks like it. I mean, that's kind of like the little hook in there is protruded a little bit, and maybe a little bit is all it needs. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. Boom, got it. And the back of it, not that bad. The front of it, good. Oh, no. Chest plate has it snagged a little bit. Let's see if I can push that up with my fingers. There. That's gonna bother me, but I think I'm gonna move on anyways and deal with that later. All right, we need the wizard hat. We need the wizard hair, and maybe, yeah, wizard hair and bangs. We need the face. I have like 30 rings. One is silver, one is gold, and the rest are big rings that have diamonds and emeralds. I love green, so a lot of my rings have emeralds. 5 of my rings have my initials is emeralds surrounded by diamonds. And a lot of Jesus diamond rings. Yeah, that sounds pretty cool, man. Old me would have been like, no, you can miss me with that. But new me is kind of like, that's kind of cool. Rings are kind of cool. I think my favorite stone is sapphire with emerald as a close second. So it sounds pretty sick. Got the, man, his guy's hair looks kind of dweeby. That's funny looking. Hopefully you can see that on camera. Maybe this camera's a little better. Look at this guy's haircut. And now I'm looking for this piece here, this piece here. And I want to put this in here like so. And I want to put, like this maybe? Oh, that was a nice sound. Hopefully that came through loud and clear. And this should just pop on. And it didn't pop on very nicely. Take 2. There we go. That was a nice sound. They are cool in moderation. I have allowed you and quite a few diamond chains, like 5 Cubans and 2 small ones. They are cool in moderation. LOL. What the? Yeah. Now, but with the hat, that was kind of a cursed image. This guy's bangs was, but in the hat, he looks kind of cool again with the long hair. But without the hat, you look like a dweeb, for sure. I don't accessorize, but even though I do think it's cool on other people, I don't do it. The only chain I have, I think it's 24 inches. But I've been liking it when guys wear like ones that like come down a little bit lower, like having 2 or 3 that goes like this. Psh, psh. I like those lately. But I used to be all for like the longer ones. All right, now this goes on like so. Oh man, we made a lot of progress today. It went from like a Star Wars gecko to an actual dark magician. Check it out. With working legs and everything. I think I messed up something. It doesn't feel quite healthy in there. The cloak has kind of got snagged by the chest plates. And it doesn't feel like the most secure clothing. Not to fix at a later date, but check it out. Dark Magician has entered the chat with real Kung Fu grip. Not real Kung Fu grip, but cool nonetheless. I'm going to put this up here like this so I can lay it down. And that might be where I stop for the evening. Yeah. The next piece, I have extras? Why do I have extra pieces? Did I make a mistake? Oh no. I got extra pieces. That's not good. I don't think I made a mistake. It doesn't look like I made a mistake. Yes, like I'll wear 2 Cubans and a pendant that says OTF and a small diamond chain that has a big diamond cross on it. That's what I'm talking about. It doesn't sound like you overdo it at all. When people go overboard, that's when they lose me. Should I fix this guy's tunic tonight? Maybe I should. It's probably gonna, the head's on there already. Is it gonna be easy to pop the head off? Okay, at least that's easy. I don't know. Okay, here it goes. I'm gonna try to fix this guy's clothing. Oh, it's sliding. Okay, that wasn't so bad. There's like this little dot over that goes over the clothing and on like this really small piece. Okay, that's much better. All the way to the tippy top. And now I should be able to put this over it first and then slide down. Okay, this is much better so far. Then just kind of sense the holes. Sense them. Man, I wish I could see in there. It'd make it a lot easier. But I cannot see in there. There we go, I got it. Okay, I'm glad I did that. It looks a lot better. Now you don't see like the rib cage or something. And now I should just be able to pop that head back in there. Whew. Easier said than done. Easier said than done. Oh no, I popped the freaking cloak off. Whoever designed this way of maintaining the cloak is a buffoon, and I don't like him. Okay, now that should work. Now the chest plate's kind of holding that cloak pin in place. And now I should just be able to pop the head back on. There we go. That looks a lot better. There we go. We got Dark Magician officially now in the chat. Boom. And then it's showing the face cam. Don't show me, show Dark Magician. Where is he? There we go. Pretty fly for a magic guy. All right, I think that's where I'm stopping for the evening. Let's see what you said. Yeah, some of my friends will wear maybe 10 Cubans. 10 Cubans? That sounds like they're overcompensating for something. But I just dress comfortably, like I'll wear Balenciaga tracks, 44s, Louis Vuitton shirt, Louis Vuitton sling bag, and for a hat, Louis Vuitton beanie, and then my diamonds. Comfortability, I think, is where it's at. But lately, I've been wanting to dress my age more and more. Like wear polos and button downs and things of that nature. I try to force myself to do it for a few days, but like, who has time for that? Like, who does that every single day of their life? And then when you go to sit down, or if you have to do something active for a short period of time, then you just get all sweaty, and then you're just lounging in your sweaty clothes, and if it's not athletic wear or lounge wear as you're talking about, it's just super uncomfortable for the entire day for no reason. But maybe one day I'll dress more appropriately, more age appropriately. I can't believe it. Right now it still shows that the YouTube is healthy, but it's still like what I'm seeing, something comfortable, but my friends who got money are trying to flex on my friends who are 14, they're trying to show off. Yeah, I get that. I have some friends like that too. So before I end the stream, thanks again so much for being here. What I'm confused about is that I'm looking at the YouTube pages, and what I'm like, it looks like there's a delay, but if you're showing there's not a delay, then there must not be. But I have a wired connection. I'm just so confused with the whole process. Is the delay like inevitable? Is the delay inevitable? I need to figure that out. But the good news is that the stream status says excellent for both YouTubes, for Twitch, and it still pick wasn't working for the last few days, but I finally got all of them to work. That's good. Thanks once again, man. Thanks for being here. I'm gonna have to check out your YouTube channel and see all your dual Death Stars and your Civil War. Sounds super, and your stop motion. And I gotta check out your friend too, because your friend seems like you gotta figure it out. Yeah, there's the delay. It's kind of bad. Shoot. I'm about to figure that out for the next stream. I have no idea, because I already changed my... It says it's excellent on both of those. I changed my canvas to 1080p instead of 4K. So I don't know. Yeah, I'm going to have to figure it out. Thank you so much for being here. I'm not going to drag this out because I know it's laggy and it's probably kind of bothersome to watch. But thanks again so much. I will hopefully see you again here. That would be super cool. But anyways, have a good night and enjoy New York. Hopefully you get your Rolly and your AP, man. Sounds super awesome. But hopefully we can hang out again soon.